welcome here to Fireboard headquarters remodel. Tons and tons and tons of activity happening this week. It was really cool to see lots of people here working. Of course, that kept me from doing some of the things I wanted to do. So that's, I guess that's what goes with the territory of both GCing and, doing some of the work. So yeah, that's what we got going on this week. Let's take a look here at, well, where we started first. All right, here is a back room. We used to call this, what did we call this? The injection molding room is what I referred to it previously. It is now morphed into the selective soldering room. It is dirty again, even though the walls have been cleaned off and I power washed the floor. The floor is a mess again because I've been working on insulation. So I pulled down some of the remaining shards of old insulation and I've been hanging new insulation up in the ceiling. So we got a little more than half of this done. I had wanted to finish this week and that just didn't happen. So we got that far and then I had to move on to other things. Yeah, this room is pretty important because we got that new equipment in this, or 2 weeks ago. I don't even know when, yeah. A week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we got the new equipment in and we're gonna put it temporarily in this room so we can start using it, so we can start cranking out more of those sparks and other Fireboard related things. So yeah, this room is pretty important. I'm gonna do some stuff here to the walls. Basically, I'm just gonna tape and mud the walls. We're gonna paint them. We're gonna make this room look as good as we can so that we can start working on it. I apologize, not working on it, but working in it with our new equipment. The other thing that's been going on is Bob the plumber has been putting in some gas lines. I don't know if you can see it up there. There's a black iron pipe. So the shiny thing is just the hanging. They call it super strut or strut. And then the black iron pipe hanging down from it is the gas line. So he's ran this, the gas comes in at the back and he's ran this all the way up to the front because we have some furnaces up here that will use the gas as a fuel source. And so he is preparing that before we get walls in here. So it makes it just a lot easier for him to get that taken care of. Another thing I've been working on is to frame in some more structure here of the skylights. We have determined that at this time we will not be able to put the skylights in, so I'm putting a little more structure underneath it, both to give it strength, but mostly so that we can insulate. We got insulation crew coming on Monday to insulate this barrel roof, and I need them to be able to insulate this part as well. And so I'm putting some structure in there for them to install insulation in. Another thing we have going on is we got new gutters. So if you look up there, all along here, all along the second story of this building, we have new gutters. And then all along here, we have new gutters. We ran into some issues with that. There wasn't enough meat. There wasn't enough wood. The wood behind the old gutters was rotten. And so we had to put a little more wood behind there so that these gutters could be installed. But that was, it wasn't pleasant. We'll just say it that way. But we got new gutters going on here, which is really, really cool. Finally, another thing that was going on this week is we had Mocan Glass, Weston and his buddy. They were out here measuring all these windows, or all these openings, I should say, for windows. We will get material in about a month. Then they will build the frames in their shop. They'll bring the frames here, they'll install the frames, and then they will glaze the glass in. So that's super exciting because once we got glass in there, well, then the place has light again. Then we can start thinking about actually turning on some heating. Well, in this case, it'll be cooling. Once the cooling is turned on, we can acclimate the space and all the materials in it can be acclimated to what's going on in here. So that is what's going on. Sorry for the short, brief kind of rundown on stuff. I should have left already to get home and to get doing some other stuff this evening. but I remembered that I hadn't done much videotaping this week. And you, my faithful watchers and listeners and fans, wanted to see a report. So that's what's going on here at Fireboard's headquarters remodel. Next week we got insulation. We have some more maybe some HVAC going in. Oh, that's right, HVAC guys were here as well. We're meeting with our roofers to come up with a plan of action to get that going as well. Maybe a couple of weeks before they're in here, but overall that's what's going on. Lots of cool stuff going on. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.